Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. Before we begin today's reading, I'd like to introduce you to today's sponsor, Psychic Source. Psychic Source is an industry giant in the spiritual and psychic community with over 35 years of experience. They have a huge community of gifted psychic advisors who are available 24/7 to provide you with intuitive guidance. Now, as a lot of you may know, us tarot readers sometimes find it difficult to read for ourselves, and I'm no exception. There are certain areas of my life where I felt like I could use some guidance, so I turned to Psychic Source. Setting up an account on their website was very easy, and I was in fact amazed to see that they even have a little quiz that helps to match you with a psychic. As a Libra sun, I was glad to have a tool that would help me choose. So I took that quiz because, hey, why not? And I ended up having a phone call session with the psychic that I was matched with. I think my session was around 17 minutes long, and my psychic answered around 9 questions in that duration itself, which is pretty amazing. In fact, I was blown away by how easily their psychic was able to pick up on my energies. And he definitely gave me the clarity that I was seeking. You know how confident Psychic Source is of their service? They have this no risk guarantee. So basically, if you're not happy with your last paid psychic reading, then it's free. I'm excited to share that using my link means you are getting the best deal in the industry, supporting my channel, of course, and helping give back because 1% of your purchase goes to a charity of your choice, and that's totally free to you. By using my link, you can connect with one or multiple advisors for up to 40 minutes for just $19.80. That is up to a $240 value. 40 minutes is going to allow you to talk to multiple advisors, and you don't have to use all the minutes in one session either. So this way you can find out the best connection for yourself, and then you can keep referring to that psychic for follow-ups in the future. So head to trypsychicsource.com/happy or click the link in my description to connect with an advisor who's online now. You see, my code is happy10. I am happy with their service, and I'm pretty sure you will be too. All right, let's get started. So in today's pick a card reading, we will find out who can't stop thinking about you. So you can see an image on your screen right now. You've got 3 options to choose from. Feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hello group 1. If you guys chose the first image, let's take a look at your tarot cards to find out who can't stop thinking about you. Then we will move on to your oracles. I'll also pull out some dice to see any additional information about the person's initials, just more clues for you. And then we'll close the reading by taking a look at a guidance message for you from Spirit. So the tarot cards that came out for you guys are 10 of Swords. Then we have Page of Wands, 5 of Swords, and Knight of Cups. So first things first, the person who cannot stop thinking about you might have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in their charts, and moon or rising. One thing that is standing out is that unfortunately the person who cannot stop thinking about you is someone who has terribly hurt you. I mean, we have the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. So this is someone who did something which A, it just completely, caught you off guard. And B, you could have never expected this. I mean, at least from them. I mean, when you look at this woman over here with the 10 of Swords, she's got these 10 knives, or swords rather, stabbed at the back. And I can only imagine the kind of pain that this person put you through. With the Knight of Cups over here, this is definitely someone with whom there was some romantic angle going on. And here's what happened. Okay, so there's one more message that I'm getting, but it's specific, so take it if it resonates. But for a few of you, this could have been someone whom you met during your adolescence. You met them when you were in high school, maybe. Or just when you were way younger than whatever age you are right now. And when I look at the Page of Wands over here with the 10 of Swords, I feel like this person never really treated you like the priority that they ideally should have treated you with. They could have considered you as an option. They definitely did not give you focused attention. In fact, it seems over here with the page of wands that this person's mind was very scattered. They had too much going on for themselves. In fact, for a lot of you, I feel like this could have been a lot of options. You know, you weren't the only person they were talking to, or you weren't the only person whom they made feel special. They were speaking to other people simultaneously. They were making sure that everyone felt like they were the special person in this person's life, which was horrible, obviously. So, mind games. And when I look at this food falling over from the pots, this almost tells me that there could have been moments in this connection when you were on to their little game. You know, when you could have caught their lies, when you could have seen certain red flags just staring at you in the face, but maybe they covered it up pretty well, or they did something or said something and they had you in the palm of their hand again. Towards the end, it is quite possible with the Five of Swords and Knight of Cups that this person could have left you for someone else. And because this is an energy of deception, so they were obviously two timing. So it's not like they left you and then after some time they got together with someone else. They got together with someone else while they were still with you, and you found out and it absolutely crushed you. Why did they leave? With the Knight of Cups over here, okay, firstly, there is no stability. There is no emotional stability that this person could have provided to you in any case. That's just who they are. I feel over here with the Page of Wands transitioning to the Knight of Cups that what this person seeks in connections more than anything else is an excitement or this thrill of chasing. And once the relationship gets slightly old, or once the honeymoon phase is over and that initial high dies down, they start getting bored. And then they want another person to chase. They want to feel all of those feelings again. So there is no consistency with this person. And with the Knight of Cups over here, it's quite possible that they could have had this mindset of, oh, the grass must be greener on the other side, and how do I know that the person that I'm with, which is group one, is the best option for me? I'm pretty sure there must be other people out there for me. I'm too young to be with just one person. I mean, I have my whole life in front of me. They could have had that sort of a mindset. They were a charmer and possibly even still are. You know, this is a good looking person, smooth talker, knows how to get what they want, but they're not a very good person. Let's just put it that way. And when I look at the woman in the Ten of Swords, I'm getting the sense of reflection. You know, like they are reflecting on how they treated you. They are reflecting on the way they behaved with you, how they hurt you, and how you did not deserve that. How they wish they could go back in time and fix the mess that they had caused, but of course they can't. And so that might be the reason why they cannot stop thinking about you. Okay, let's take a look at your oracle cards. And by the way, if you haven't checked out the intro, make sure you do. There's an amazing offer for you guys, which I think you should make full use of. So we have mountains that says obstacles. We have crown that says personal power. Teacher that says learning a new path. And we have beneath the surface that says hidden truths, something unknown. So with teacher over here and learning, definitely this could have been someone you met at school or college pretty early on in your life. I feel like one of the biggest obstacles in this connection proceeding forward, other than of course the fact that this person was emotionally unavailable, they could have had a lot of ego. They could have had a lot of control issues, and they liked to feel in charge. You know, they liked to feel important or important enough in your life. And so if they knew that they were occupying center stage in your life, they would be super happy about it. And each time they would feel like you were focusing on yourself or on some other goals of yours or some other friendships of yours, they would throw tantrums. With hidden truths over here and something unknown, definitely they caught you off guard. Maybe you sensed that they were talking to other people also, but you could have never imagined that they had actually gotten together with someone else. It's also possible that you saw certain red flags in them, but you thought that that's about it. You did not know that there was a whole other aspect or a whole lot of more or extra toxicity that they had initially concealed from you. But because we have learning over here, they have, like I said, been reflecting on what they did. Maybe with this road over here, they have come a long way since. Now, I'm not going to say that they have completely transformed and they're an amazing person now. I mean, no, I'm not going to say that. But I do feel like they are now old enough to at least admit to themselves, if not you, that they were wrong. However, with obstacles and personal power, even though they have had this realization, which is why they cannot stop thinking about you, there's so much guilt. Despite all of this, their ego prevents them from coming towards you with a sincere, heartfelt apology. So they cannot say sorry to you, but they keep feeling guilty, and that's why they cannot keep you out of their mind. Okay, let's take a look at their possible initials and then we'll see what message Spirit has for you, Group 1. So we have C, Z, K, one more Z, D, O, H, A, W. This can also be an M. We have A, E, and another A. So we've got two Z's, we've got two A's, three A's. So maybe this is someone whose first name, middle name, surname all begin with the same letter, or first name and surname begin with the same letter. You might find some nickname over here as well. Okay, your message today, Group 1, from Spirit is Cloak of Wisdom, that says you already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. I feel from this whole experience, you've become wiser, you've become stronger. And I feel like if you listen closely and quietly to your intuition, to your inner wisdom, you will already know that this person is now not worthy of your time and of your energy. And see, this is with regards to just this connection. So you should trust this inner inkling. But of course, a broader message for you, Group 1, would be that in general too, in your life, always listen to your inner voice. It is not going to lead you astray. Alright, Group 1, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, Group 2. If you guys chose the second image, we'll start your reading by taking a look at your tarot cards to find out who can't stop thinking about you. Then we will move on to your oracles, take a look at their possible initials, and see what message does Spirit have for you. So the cards that came out for you guys are the Empress. Then we have Seven of Swords, Five of Wands, and we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so first things first, the person who cannot stop thinking about you might have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in their chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising. For most of you, I feel like this is a woman or someone who is or who has feminine energies. For some of you, the person who can't stop thinking about you might literally be your mother. Maybe you've had a fallout with her. Maybe you guys don't get along really well. Maybe you guys have difficulty expressing affection towards each other. So you guys care about each other, but you don't reach out, she doesn't reach out. But that doesn't mean you both have stopped thinking about each other or thinking about each other's well-being. So that might be this. This can also be some estranged partner of yours who can't stop thinking about you. This can also be some bestie of yours. I mean, once upon a time, you guys must have been pretty close friends, and then there was some falling out. Now, there is a reason why the falling out happened. All right. See, we have the Seven of Swords leading to the Five of Wands. So the conflict happened because of something that they lied to you about. And of course, when you found that out, you confronted them Maybe, in fact, I think most likely they did not admit it, which is why the confrontation could have, blown out of proportion. And however long ago this happened, you guys haven't spoken to each other since. But because we have the Empress as the first card, I feel like before things went downhill between you and this person, things were very good between you guys. Like I said, you guys were pretty tight. So, best friends, mother, daughter, sisters, cousins, work bestie, this can be anything. Why exactly did this person lie to you? I don't know, not from this reading at least. But they are ashamed that they did this. All right. With the Nine of Swords over here, in fact, I feel like the shame was pretty immediate. I don't think you guys are, I mean, you still can't see each other eye to eye, but there is a difference. You can't see them eye to eye because you're mad at them because they lied to you. They can't see you eye to eye because they are guilty, they are ashamed. And when we are guilty or when we're feeling ashamed, we avoid certain people and certain places whom we know from our conscience that we have wronged. And I think that is exactly what is happening over here between you and this person. There could have been this horrible verbal argument between you guys. Nine of Swords over here tells me that whenever the showdown happened between you and this individual, group 2, you could have had a lot of sleepless nights because of this. They could have had a lot of sleepless nights because of it. But I don't think that either of you reached out to make amends. I mean, you definitely didn't, and it makes sense also because you are the one who was wronged. And if you're wondering, like ideally this person should have reached out to me because they did me dirty. So if they want to, get back in my good books, they should have at least this sense of shame or something to at least admit that they were wrong and then try to make things right. So if you're wondering why are they silent or why do they avoid you, like I said, it is because of this immense and overwhelming feeling of shame. I am getting a very specific message, so might not be applicable for all of you. But the message that I just got was that after this person had a fallout with you, other people in your community, or if you guys have the same social circle, other people too could have shunned out this person. Okay, let's take a look at your oracles now. By the way, if you guys haven't checked out the intro, I highly suggest you do. There's a great offer waiting for you over there. So we have Never Give Up, that says motivation. We have Fun with Flamingo. We have Angels of the Seven Chakras, that says Power, Truth, Connection. And we have Achievement, that says Completion and Reward. I can tell why this hurt you so much. Because this is someone, group 2, honestly, whom you did a lot for. With motivation and then completion, it's quite possible, group 2, that you were with this person throughout some very important phase or an important journey of their life. For instance, maybe they were trying really hard to get into school, maybe they were trying really hard to crack some important exam, and you were with them up all night helping them with their notes and things like that. And to think that this person whom you've devoted so much of your personal time to would go ahead and treat you this way, definitely unacceptable. And so your anger towards them, at least according to me, is totally justified. I also feel that the reason why it hurts so much is because you really had some good times with them. You could have grown up with this person, like I said, mother, daughter, sisters, cousins, besties, that kind of an energy. So you guys spent a lot of time with each other, and it's almost as if none of that mattered to them. And you started doubting the truth of this connection. You started doubting the investment that you had put in this connection. And it is also possible that initially you could have had this feeling that maybe you weren't good enough, or maybe there was something that you could have done differently to stop them from doing whatever it is that they did. But it's not you, group 2, it is them. It's a very cliche dialogue, but in your case, it is absolutely true. It's not you, it is definitely them. I feel like this person misses you a lot. I feel like they get very nostalgic thinking about all the good times that they spent with you, because there is definitely a sense of you both either making proper verbal promises or these unspoken promises to each other that you guys will always be there for each other. You know, you guys will be like that pair of besties who get all together, and then despite that, they hang out together, and it's just amazing and funny and so heartwarming. But all of that came to an abrupt halt because of this sneaky behavior of theirs. And they know that you now have trust issues with them. They know that even if they try to come back, even if they try to make things right with you, it'll be very difficult for you to trust them again because they broke your trust. And that sucks. If this is a mother or a mother figure whom you've had a falling out with, and you guys aren't speaking to each other, but she can't stop thinking about you, even from a distance, she wishes the best for you. She might not be reaching out, but if you think that she couldn't care less where you are, what you're doing, or whether you're well or not, you couldn't be more wrong. She does care. But I also feel like she's very stubborn, so that might be the reason why she is choosing to keep mum about it. Okay, let's take a look at this person's possible initials, and then we'll move on to your message from Spirit Group 2. So compare the possible initials of the person comes thinking about it too. Okay, so we have H, J, I, Q, M, which can also be a W, R, V, might be someone who lives in an RV. We have C, U, K, P, and N. Okay, Spirit's message for you, Group 2, is hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. See, right now, you and this person aren't talking to each other, but like I said, it's not like they don't care about you anymore or that they hate you. There is bad blood, but good intentions simultaneously. I feel from your end too. And so, see, if you don't want to reach out to them, of course, you don't have to. They won't reach out to you anytime soon because of their shame and their guilt. But if you want to send them loving thoughts, and if from your side you want to forgive them and then release these heavy energies, you should totally go ahead and do that. Also, there is absolutely no reason for you to doubt your self-worth or internalize this and think to yourself that, oh, probably if I was this or if I was that or if I could have done this or if I could have done that. You are perfect. It wasn't you, like I said. All right, Group 2. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, Group 3. If you guys chose the third image, let's start your reading by taking a look at your tarot cards to find out who can't stop thinking about you. Then we will move on to your oracles, find out their possible initials, and see what message Spirit has for you. So the tarot cards that came out for you, Group 3, are 5 of Pentacles. Then we have 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, and we have the Knight of Wands. So first things first, this person might be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is someone whom you cut off from your life. You stopped contact with them. You decided at some point that enough is enough. I think most likely this is someone whom you have blocked. You've blocked their number, you've blocked them from all your social media, and I don't think there's any way left for them to contact you, which is why they are patiently waiting for you to unblock them or for them to organically discover some new way through which they can reach out to you. So what happened? Why is it that you decided to block them? Why did you decide to pick them up and throw out of your life? Well, that's clear over here with the 10 of Wands and the Knight of Wands. It's almost as if this person was out doing their own thing, living their best life, while giving a big chunk, or maybe all of it, all of their responsibility to you. To give you a simple example, let's say that this is someone whom you are in school with, and there's a very, very important paper due tomorrow, and they have, shed some crocodile tears in front of you, made use of the fact that you're an empath, you're sensitive, you're kind that way, and so they convinced you to write their paper for them. And while you are spending your evening sitting down and writing their paper, they're out there partying, going clubbing, having fun. And of course, it's not fair to you. So that was just a childish, simple example, but just magnify this now. And I don't think it was a one time thing with the 10 of wands over here. I feel like this is someone who has had a consistent history of dumping their load on you, making you do their work, putting their emotional baggage on you, and meanwhile just being absolutely carefree, like I said, living their best life out there while you are left to take care of their shit for them. It's like they mess up and then you have to clean up. And I mean, how is that fair? For a few of you, this could have been a relationship. Maybe you guys had moved in together. You were the only one who was earning. You were the only one who was working two jobs, double shifts, whatever it was to make ends meet. Meanwhile, they were just sitting on the couch the whole day, watching games, doing nothing. And so you could have decided to kick them out and then block them from everywhere. So take what resonates. But, oh, and for some of you, and this is a very specific message again, for some of you, this is a younger sibling of yours whom you helped a lot financially, hoping that they would finally get on their feet, finally grow up and be responsible, but they didn't. They would just blow up all your money. And so you decided that enough is enough. You're not going to help them monetarily anymore. And so you stopped helping them that way. In fact, maybe you've promised yourself that you'll see them when they make something of themselves and not otherwise. So whoever this is, they are thinking about you. They cannot stop thinking about you, in fact. And like I said, it's for two main reasons. One, they can't help but think, when might you unblock them? And B, because with the 10 of wands over here, there is a lot of guilt that they are carrying. I still don't think that they're serious about life. I still don't think they've managed to make something of themselves. But the fact that you cut them off, the fact that you withdrew your energy, I think it just impacted them more than they had ever imagined. Okay, let's take a look at your oracles now, group 3. And by the way, if you haven't seen the intro, I suggest that you do so, because there is a great offer waiting for you. So your oracles are Knot, that says relationships. We have Fence, that says boundaries. We have Past Life Guides, that says karmic lessons, present assistance. And we have Archangel Haniel, that says joy, blessings, and intuition. So yes, this is definitely someone whom you assisted a lot. There could have been some karma between you guys. Maybe that is why you both are a part of each other's lives, because for instance, maybe in some past life they helped you out a lot, and so in this life you had to help them out a lot. But I do feel like that karma has been completed. You have already done enough for them, and now it has just become their habit to sort of leech off of you. And I'm not surprised that you have your boundaries in place. When I look at the Knot over here, I feel like you have given this person enough chances to get their act together, but they just don't seem to. And that is why I feel like, after several chances and after doing so much for them, when it became clear to you that they were just using you and not really contributing in any way, only depleting you of your energy, of your time, of your resources, that is when you decided to sort of put up this wall, draw this boundary. And of course, with boundaries over here in relationships, this might be someone whom you were either romantically linked with or you are related to. I am also getting a sense, group 3, that if you guys have any mutual connections, perhaps those people keep trying to persuade you to unblock this person or talk to them or hear them out, but this time you seem to have stuck with your choice, which is to not let them back in no matter what. I also feel over here with joy, blessings, and intuition that ever since you have put up these boundaries, ever since you have stopped helping this person, ever since you've learned how to say no, you are a much happier person. You are what I would call, like, and I'm pretty sure you've heard this phrase as well, a recovering people pleaser. Now, of course, I'm not implying that you were a people pleaser, which is why you were helping this person. Could have been out of love, it could have been out of sympathy, could have been any reason. But now you've learned how to say no. You are happy, you're living your best life, you have these blessings coming your way, left, right, and center. It's good, it's positive. No, your hard-earned money is for you and you alone now. You get to choose what to do with it. It's brilliant even. I love this energy for you, and I think that even though you have blocked them from everywhere, there might still be like a spy or a mutual connection who knows what's up with you, and they might be informing this person about your glow up or about how great your life is going. And so even from a distance, the person on your mind is getting a sense of what they're missing out on, and that might also be why they can't stop thinking about you. Okay, let's take a look at their possible initials, and then we'll see what message spirit has for you, group 3. So we have I, K, S, E, O, B, V, E, Z, another O, N, and G. And I heard poker face. So yeah, definitely this could have been someone who was very good with crocodile tears and crying wolf just to get you to do favors for them. Okay, Spirit's message for you, group 3, is infinite abundance that says obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing. I feel like ever since you have put up a boundary between you and this person, you could have met more people. You could have met a lot of people from your soul tribe, new connections, new friendships. It looks amazing. And when I see obstacles are being removed, I can't help but wonder, perhaps this person in their entirety was like an obstacle for your happiness and for your growth. And so that is why they've been removed from your life, which is why ever since you've removed them from your life, you are much more happier and doing much, much better in your career. And that's going to continue. There is a lot of spiritual support that you already have and more of it coming your way. And of course, I love this energy of infinite abundance for you. All right, group 3. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.